Let's see. Hey neighbor, Alicia Dolan here at Creating in My Corner. I am so glad that you can join me tonight. I hope you can hear me okay. I wasn't sure when I woke up this morning if I was going to make it because I felt like I had a terrible cold, but I've taken some cold medicine and got some rest today, and I'm feeling a little better. So hopefully we are going to make a card together. I'm just trying to see if I am online or not. I cannot tell today. Let's see. I cannot tell. Okay, hold on one moment. Oh, that okay. It looks like I am live. And we can go ahead and get started. So tonight we are going to make a card. And I found this stamp set in the catalog called Stepping Stones. And I really love all the quotes in this set. So tonight we're going to use Follow Your Own Star. And if I read to you who it's by, I'm not sure that I'm going to get the name right, but it says Dante Alighieri. And I really like the idea of this. And since it's celebration right now, you can get this amazing pack of paper that has these really cool stars on it. So it's a huge pack of paper you can get with $100 order or more. This really cool set. So we're going to use some of that paper tonight along with this wonderful quote stamp set to make a really cool card. So first I have a piece of Mango Melody here, and I don't use Mango Melody very often, but I think it's a really cool color and I really like it with this new paper. So we're going to cut this piece of cardstock 5.5 by 8.5. Oh, and one more thing. I thought it would be really fun tonight if we could have a kind of a contest. So, or a challenge, really. So as we make this card, and when I send out the measurements on Wednesday, I'll give you until, let's see, maybe until the following Sunday. Okay, so until next Sunday and I want you to case this card and post a picture of what you make on my page. And I'll create a post for it. I'll put a picture of this card in there. And if you create a cased card and put the picture underneath there, then I'll enter you in a drawing for a prize. And I'm not going to tell you yet what the prize is because I don't know, but it will be wonderful. Okay, so we're going to take our piece of 5.5 by 8.5 cardstock, and we are going to score it at 4.25. So I'm just going to put it in my trimmer. I'm going to move my trimmer over a bit here because my arm is a little close to my camera tonight. I'm so glad you could join me. I can see that at least one person is watching. So if you are watching, take note of these measurements and I will enter you in the drawing if you case the card. And in case you don't know what case means, it's copy and share everything. So I want you to copy my design tonight. All right, so here is our card base. And then we're going to add a piece of paper that is going to be our first layer. So we're going to cut this paper at 4 inches. Okay, and then we're going to rotate it and we're going to cut it at 5 1/4. Okay, and this is going to be our first layer. Okay, so it's going to go just like that. I'm not going to glue it down yet though. I'm going to cut all my pieces first this time. And our next layer is going to be basic white, and it's going to be 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so here's our basic white. And we're going to do 5 1/4. And then we're going to turn it to the side and we're going to do 2 3/4. Okay. Just like that. You know what? I'm going to scoot over just a little farther to the right even. There. I feel like that's better. That way I won't be reaching around the camera too much. Okay. So there is our next layer. And then we're going to have another piece of designer series paper. And this is where we're going to use that star paper. So we need a piece that is 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. So let's see, 5 1/4 by 1 3/4. I have to tell you, I really was not expecting to be online tonight. I thought I was going to have to post and say that I couldn't make it when I woke up feeling a little under the weather, but I seem to be much better now. Maybe I just needed some medicine and a nap, I guess. Okay. Next, we are, let's see, we're going to cut a piece of white for the inside, and that's going to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. We've got some left over right here. So we can do, let's see, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And this one we're just going to put on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to add some liquid glue. Okay. So the way we add liquid glue, the way that I found is best is if we add a thin line around the edge like this, and then a squiggle down the middle. And I can't find my little turtle helper tonight, so I'm just going to set my glue on the side up there until I can search him out. Okay, so we're going to put this piece on the inside, and this is where we're going to write our note or sign our name, whatever. Probably write a little note. Okay, and now on the front, we are going to put this striped paper. We're adding our glue same way we added it with the first piece. And then we're going to glue it right in the center. Okay, just like that. Okay, and now we're going to stamp on our piece of white. So tonight I'm going to use my Stampin' Pierce mat and a little piece of grid paper. And here's an acrylic block. And this is the sentiment we want right here. Follow your own star. Okay. So I like to put my block on my grid paper and then line my Stamp Up on the top. And I try to match up the lines underneath so that my words will be straight. Okay. Then we're going to stamp right here in Memento Black. It's actually Tuxedo Black Memento, but I think you know what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to tap to ink up our stamp. And then we're going to line it up here along the bottom. Okay, guys, I got to move it a little bit closer to me so that my head doesn't get in the way. Hopefully you can still see. I'm going to line it up and stamp right here, just like that. And then I'm going to stamp off a little bit before I clean my stamp. I try to always do that if I'm using a dark color ink, so that my Stampin' Scrub doesn't get too much ink on it. Okay. There, our stamp is nice and clean. And I'm just going to pop that right back in its case. Now, this is going to go on the front of our card like that. And then we are going to put this piece right above it. Okay, so let's glue these together first. And we're going to turn our designer series paper over. We'll make a thin line around the outside edge, leaving a little spot for our fingers. A squiggle of blue down the middle. Whoop, uh-oh. My lid tried to get away, but it didn't. Okay, and then we can use that little hole we left for our finger to turn that over. And we're just going to add it right up here near the top, leaving just enough space for our word. Okay. Now, if you are watching on YouTube, don't forget you can head over to my Facebook page. And if you post your card, your case card by next Sunday, I will enter you in the drawing for a prize. Here is the one disclaimer. If you win, I will do my best to contact you for your name and address. So if I don't already know it, you might want to make sure that I know that, your name and address. Okay. And then we are going to put this on the front of our card, just like this. So that it lines up. Let's see. And let's use some Stampin' Dimensionals. Let's put this on dimensionals. I have some small ones right here. Okay. And I was hoping for sure that my voice would hold out until I got done with the video. I can feel a little tickle in the back of my throat, but not too bad. Okay, so here is our card front. And we're going to put it like this. And then I wanted to add some, I really wanted to add some little stars to this card. So what we're going to do is use our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. This is the mini. And I would be ashamed to not let you know that right now is celebration time. And if you join Stampin' Up, you can get either this white mini or you can get the blue mini with your starter kit. And that is a great deal. So the starter kit is always the best deal. It's $125 in product for only $99. Right now, during celebration, there's an extra special deal, and you can get the starter kit and the mini and $175 in products for only $129. So if you're looking for that, it's a fantastic deal. It's the best time to join. Okay, now we're going to use some of these dies from the Give It a Whirl dies. There are so many cool dies in here. I haven't actually used this die the way it's intended, but what we want today are these little stars right here. And just so you know, there are stars, there are clouds, there's hearts. There's just some really cool little tags and shapes. Okay, with this die set. All right, and we're going to use some Mango Melody. And this yellow here is Daffodil Delight. And I'm actually going to try and make them go through at the same time. We'll see if I can get everything to hold still that long. So we can lay them each on there. And then we need our top plate. Okay. And we're going to push that in until the handle starts to turn. And then we're just going to wheel it on through. Okay. Now you just have to be a little bit careful when you take these out, because if you fling them, then they will go, they'll go flying. Okay, so here's our little stars. There's 3 that are Mango Melody. And here are 3 that are Daffodil Delight. Okay, and then I also wanted some that were the shimmery white. So I'm going to put one of those on there. And let's see. We'll run that through. Okay, so there we have some shimmery white stars, Mango Melody, Daffodil Delight, and then I wanted one more. I don't know if I'm going to use all these stars or not, but I really love the stars. I can always save them for another project. All right, and this time I'm going to run through some vellum stars. Okay. Guys, I really love this little mini machine. It saves so much space on my worktop. I can have it right next to me on the table and it takes up hardly any room. I don't feel like it's causing me any problems. All right, sometimes my dies will get a little bit stuck inside the cuts get a little stuck. So you can just poke them with, this is the end of my take your pick tool. It's the other end of that flat paddle. So if you ever need to use that, it works great as a little poker tool. Okay, and I don't see any comments tonight. So if you have a comment or if you have a question, feel free to leave it down below. I don't think I've even seen any likes or dislikes or any emoticons. So I hope you are out there watching, and I hope you're enjoying this. Even though I know I probably sound a little grovelly tonight. Okay, so now we're going to add some of our little stars on, and I'm going to put on some of these on. What am I trying to say? Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's put one on this one too. No, let's not. Yeah, let's. I'm indecisive tonight. I can't decide. Okay, and then what I am going to do is put a little dot of glue on each one of these. Just like that. 2, 3, 4. I probably should have done 3, right? Because aren't we supposed to do things in 3s? Well. Okay, and then I'm going to add the tiniest of the little stars to the top of those bigger ones, just so that they sit in the middle. Can you see that maybe? Here, let me try to zoom in on that little star. Okay. It's a little bit off to the side, but I think you can see how that looks. I think they're really cute like that. Okay, and I'm going to put the other ones together. All right, so here's the yellow one. And let's put let's see. Let's put a little gold star on that. All right, there's another one. Let's see, here's the glimmer white one. Let's use the little tiny vellum star on that one. Okay. And because I'm using that liquid glue, I can kind of twist them around a little bit until they dry. That way I can line them up however I want to. There we go. Okay, so there are our little stars. And then I want to put some stars on the inside. And this time I don't need to use the liquid glue because I'm not gonna be moving them around. I'm just gonna be sticking them in place. So what I am gonna use are glue dots this time. So the glue dots, when you open them up, they're stuck to the outside layer. Let's see, I need to zoom back out because I don't think you can see. All right, can you see those little glue dots that are stuck? And then what I like to do is just pick up my whatever I'm sticking it to and lay it right on there and then peel it off. And I'm just going to put them in the corners here. I really love these little star dies. I think they turn out so cute. And there's one in that corner. See, I've got 2 left. I'll put one down here. And one over here. So then I've got one little star in each corner. And now I'm going to put my stars on the front. So let's do, I'll put this star down here. And up here. Now, when you're sticking these on, just make sure that they don't hang off the edge, because you don't want them to get bent up in your envelope when the card goes in the envelope. Okay. Let's put one right here. Maybe one right there, I think. Okay. So here is our card for tonight. And remember that your challenge will be to case this card. And so by Wednesday, if you're signed up for my email list, you will get an email with the measurements and all of the supplies needed listed to make this card and the directions. But what I want you to do is take and change it out. And so use your own stamp set and your own paper, whatever you have. And if you post it on my Facebook page, then I will enter you in the drawing. Anyone who posts a card, who cases and posts a card, will be entered in the drawing for next Sunday. And I will do that next Sunday. I will draw for the winner. I hope to see you then. Happy stamping.